This is nice. And it's dead. I'm thinking about communication and how everything that is alive seems to be dependent on communication. Organisms are the manifestation of this. Within an organism, there is a perfect communication going on. Within the human body, the cells are so perfectly communicating that they actualize me. Within the brain, the electrochemical signals work perfectly. There's no mistake there. And I think that this within body communication is carried over into a more abstract or virtual level, where it becomes a between body communication. So an electrochemical communication is transubstantiated into a more virtual and not so perfect but still working kind of communication, and that's the linguistic communication. So biological one is projected into a social one. And an important factor is time, because communication unfolds over time. It's a temporal phenomenon, and this is crucial. I don't know much about biological processes, so I won't speak about, neural oscillations or circadian rhythms of the body, or things that chronobiology deals with. I would rather speak about social communication and the social rhythms, because as I have said, because if it's a temporal phenomenon, then rhythm becomes very crucial. And I will read passages from an essay that are really interesting, I think. It was written in 2001 and it's titled Rhythms of Dialogue in Infancy. So let me read the passages and then I will summarize it. Relating to another person is a shared process. As partners communicate, they adapt moment by coordinating verbal and non-verbal rhythmic patterns, such as on-off cycles of vocalizing and pausing, or of looking and looking away. Rhythmic structure is fundamental because most of our motor behaviors are rhythmically organized. The capacity for rhythmic coordination is essential to cognition and bonding. Okay? Rhythmic patterns facilitate information processing. So I'm not reading the whole, I'm just extracting some passages that are important. Okay, can go on. Yes. Vocalization and kinesics are parts of a larger communicative package that may be organized by a common rhythmic time base. Sensitivity to timing necessarily involves sensitivity to affective and cognitive information. The critical importance of timing. It is fundamental to interpersonal coordination, accomplished through the entrainment of rhythms, based on the matching of time, form, and intensity of communicative gestures and expressions across modalities. Okay. The temporal patterning of interaction is the basis for human communication, suggesting that we can imagine a human or animal world that is communicationally related through the sharing of time forms in multiple levels of behavioral organization. Okay, let me jump, because there are more important passages. Okay, this is one. Let me see. Interpersonal theory. It's a theory that says a personality can never be isolated from the complex of interpersonal relations in which the person lives and has his being. Personality is a temporal phenomenon, a patterning of experience and interactions over time. The only way personality can be known is through the medium of interpersonal interactions. A person can only be understood in the context of the relational field. Let me see. These are very interesting passages. It's a very interesting essay. I really like it. Each person is contextualized by the partner. Yes, I'm repeating myself here, but one more important thing is that cognitive development is so integral to this. And one last passage I would like to highlight. The social ability of infants may be a more important factor in mental development than many other abilities. Mental development is a product of an interactive social system. So, rhythm is really important, because communication is so fundamental for functioning, and not just in the body, but out of the body with other bodies. And you have to coordinate communication, you have to negotiate, you have to engage with others, and the way you do that is constrained. You have to negotiate rhythms. You have to find the rhythms of other people to be able to communicate.